Straight ahead on 12 News, good news for apple lovers and growers. We'll take you to a local orchard for some sweet results. Then, opening up your imagination in home design. We give you a sneak peek of a Twin Cities architect's tour. But first, why some economic experts say working past retirement age isn't such a bad thing.
So we have an aging population. And the thing is, we should be cheering.
12 News starts right now. Millions of baby boomers are looking at retirement in an entirely new way. Hello, I'm Alexandra Renslow.
And I'm Delane Cleveland. There are an estimated 77 million people born between 1946 and 1964 that are considered baby boomers. After weathering recent recessions and bear markets, some cannot afford to retire. Others, as reporter Shannon Sladden explains, just don't want to.
Today I'm playing a little golf. I don't play that much. It might be my last time this year, who knows.
Nice shot,
all right, Jack, that'll work.
The weather just might hold out.
I always go right, so I'll aim left.
For Jim McLeish and his friends to get in one more round of golf.
All right, go.
For the summer.
Look at the water in the sand traps.
Jim has time for a morning round of golf now and then.
Took a funny right bounce.
After 30 years working full-time in the ministry, he now works part-time and has no plans to stop.
Retirement has changed, and I think those things are happening whether we like it or not. So, and I think they're good things. I really do, and so I'm kind of a small part of that, I guess. Right at it.
Jim is part of a growing number of baby boomers who are living longer and working longer.
So we have an aging population. And the thing is, we should be cheering. Living older, living longer. I mean, this is good news.
Economics columnist Chris Farrell spoke in Plymouth Thursday night about the new golden years.
If an aging population continues to work, households are going to be richer, companies are going to be better off, the economy is going to grow, living standards will be higher.
Farrell says seniors working longer is a win-win.
If we work longer, our savings will continue to compound. We stay healthier, we stay more engaged. Work is a major social institution.
But seniors tend not to put in more years at the same job, instead choosing to find something more fulfilling.
And so at least if you're going to have to work, there's this massive search, this conversation, this discussion that's happening around the country. How do I find meaningful work that still gives me an income?
Good putt, Ron.
That is the case with Jim, who says he has the right work-life balance.
As long as I'm able, I don't see deliberately walking away from that and going to count shells on the seashore, you know.
Farrell also says working seniors are good for the economy because they take pressure off of Social Security and they keep adding to our gross domestic product. Delane?
Thank you, Shannon. In other news, a Brooklyn Center woman is accused of helping her brother cover up a murder. Seneca Thompson is charged with being an accomplice after the fact, which is a felony crime. Her brother is accused of killing his girlfriend, then dumping her body near a St. Louis Park business. According to the criminal complaint, Thompson was caught on surveillance helping to move a container, which police believed contained the victim's body. The woman's brother, Walter Thompson, is charged in the murder of his girlfriend, Narissa Shaw. Court records show the couple had a long history of domestic violence.
Minnesota's juvenile crime rate has dropped significantly since the late 1990s, and arrests have reached a 30-year low. That's according to data released this week by the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. The report shows that in 2011, the number of juvenile arrests declined to about 36,000. That's a 55% decrease from the all-time high of 79,000 juvenile arrests back in 1998. Brooklyn Park has seen a 21-year low in juvenile arrests, and they attribute the drop to the efforts that they've made to keep kids off the streets and get them engaged in different activities.
We ended up doing a lot of programming. We opened up Zanewood Rec Center in collaboration with Parks and Rec and really modified that to get kids busy. And that's really the bottom line here is we got kids busy and got them off the street to get them engaged in activities and opportunities to help really offset some of the problems we were seeing.
Public safety officials say they're pleased with the downward trend, but they're concerned about the racial disparity in the juvenile justice system. Imagine working for a company where you, the employee, own part or all of the company.
It's called an Employee Stock Ownership Plan, or ESOP, and federal lawmakers want to make them more popular around the country. This morning, Senator Amy Klobuchar toured Diversified Plastics, a Brooklyn Park company that became an ESOP in 2011. Klobuchar says the ESOP model helps employees save more money for retirement and helps the business grow. The senator is sponsoring a bill that would encourage business leaders to convert to employee-owned firms.
A lot of companies are now selling to foreign interests, to other things, and this really keeps the ownership, not just with the employees, it keeps the ownership in the U.S. And so we think it often happens in government. The old saying is, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. All right?
Well, for smaller firms, ESOPs can be expensive to set up and administer, but Klobuchar says the bipartisan bill would help eliminate some of those hurdles.
A controversial plan to cut down nearly 1,000 trees in Plymouth is moving forward, at least for now. Taking down the trees is supposed to improve water quality at nearby Northwood Lake in New Hope. Right now, a creek through the woods is carrying phosphorus into the lake where conditions violate state water quality standards. A number of residents spoke out against the tree removal this week, but the Bassett Creek Watershed Management Commission did vote to approve the project. However, the Plymouth City Council still needs to give its final approval, and right now the city says it wants to consider alternative solutions before proceeding with the project. Coming up, good news for apple lovers. We take a bite out of this year's fall harvest and show you the impressive results.
Then later in sports, the Armstrong boys are just one of many local teams set to race in a big cross-country meet.
But first, you may want to bring along a jacket for your weekend plans. Then comes a warm-up next week. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Well, Minnesota apple growers are expecting a bumper crop this year.
But as reporter Sonia Goen shows us, you might have to be patient if you want to get your hands on some amazing apples.
We have the Zestar, Sweet Tango, Sweet 16, Harrelson, Honeycrisp.
Craig Shopper's family has been in the apple business for a long time.
We started planting apple trees right here in 1976.
He says for the most part, things are looking good at Minnetonka Orchard.
Oh yeah, top quality apple. Best apple in the world right there.
Except for a few bumps and bruises caused by an August hailstorm.
So here's a quality Honeycrisp, that's been hit by hail, tore the skin, and then here's a bruise.
This year's harvest is a big improvement from last year.
We'll have plenty of apples for sale.
When a hot and cold spring killed off a lot of apple blossoms.
I think we just had a great blossom. Fairly wet spring, so it started off a little sketchy.
Because of our cool, rainy spring, the apple harvest is being delayed about 2 weeks. But even with the delay, this is expected to be a pretty amazing year for apples.
We've had some good heat days and cool nights here. The last few weeks has really, helped develop the sugar levels.
That's sweet news for people like Hillary Flynn.
They look beautiful. Yeah, every year we come for the pumpkin patch usually, but this year we decided to come to pick apples.
For Hillary, the apple of her eye is
Honeycrisp. I also like Gala, but my girls like anything red. Hey, Claire, do you like your apple, honey?
Yeah. There are plenty of things to see and do at the orchard.
Everything you need for the fall, we've got it.
You can pick your own apples, and if you want to take it easy, you can always go for a hayride.
It's pretty tough to beat.
Sonia Goins, 12 News.
You can pick apples starting Saturday at 10 o'clock at the Minnetonka Orchard. It is located off County Road 26 in Mount.
I am craving apples
You're,
now after watching a little girl. It's so cute.
They didn't bring one back for us.
They didn't. Shame on.
That's right. Coming up, a play-by-play, or a play for kids by kids in Weekend Showcase.
But first in sports, Osseo and Maple Grove go head-to-head on the volleyball court. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back. Welcome back. Now, John Jacobson joins us with sports, and it sounds like there's going to be a big cross-country meet this weekend.
A lot of local runners, but from across the state as well.
A lot of kids will be running in central Minnesota, another big meet here in the Twin Cities. It's a huge weekend for cross-country runners in the area and around the state, that is. The Malacca Mega Meet is one of those meets that is going on Saturday. A number of local squads will participate in that. Well, that includes the Armstrong boys and girls teams. They've been running this week. They're one of about 200 teams in 4 classes that will compete at the Stones Throw Golf Course in Malacca, about an hour north of the Twin Cities. It's a fun environment for the runners.
It's a huge meet, tons of teams, lots of conference teams, and really want to prove what we can do out there. It'll be exciting.
The Armstrong boys are off to a great start this season. They are ranked 7th in the state in Class AA. The Falcons won the Rum River Invitational in Anoka last week and earlier placed 2nd at the Bowman Round Invite. It's fun to see the progress this team has made.
Oh yeah, it's been really fun from freshman year when we were 8th place to this year where we're kind of ranked 1st in our conference right now and 7th in state currently, and it's kind of fun.
They are an extremely hardworking group of guys. I'm very proud of them. They work really hard all summer. They have just they've decided that they want to get better, and they've put all of their energy into that.
Osseo, Park Center, Maple Grove, Champlain Park, Wayzata, Totino Grace, and Providence are among the local schools set to compete Saturday in Malacca. We'll have highlights Monday on our Sports Jam show here on Channel 12. A young Providence Academy football team faces a big challenge tonight. The Lions carry a 2-1 mark into their game at Power de La Salle. Providence finished 2nd behind the Islanders in the Tri-Metro West last fall. Providence has wins over St. Agnes and New Life Academy and a 4-point loss to Concordia Academy this season. They know this will be a step up in competition.
They're a good team, definitely a lot of good players. I mean, we're just trying to see them as a different team, trying to go into each game kind of not focusing on the name or the faces of the players, just going our hardest and seeing how they'll face up against the other teams.
When we want to find out where we sit in terms of our potential in the playoffs and moving forward, this is always a great contest for us. This is a game we look forward to. This is a barometer for us, and that's exactly how we look at it.
Providence and De La Salle kick off at 7 o'clock Friday night on Nicollet Island. Following a late August loss to Champlain Park, the Osseo boys soccer team had gone 4-0-1 in their past 5 matches. The Orioles faced a strong Elk River Zimmerman side Thursday night. Late first half, Patrick Pay breaks away from the Elk River defender and scores. It's 1-0 Osseo. Second half, the Elks draw even. Ryan Stefano's long free kick headed in by Storm Heyer. Great goal by Heyer, and it's 1-1. Then with less than a minute left in regulation, a defensive miscue by Osseo allows Heyer to get a foot on the ball, and he scores again to give the Elks a 2-1 lead. Less than 10 seconds to go in the game. Pay gets a pretty good chance for Osseo, but it's blocked away. Elk River wins 2-1, just the second loss of the season for the Orioles. The Maple Grove and Osseo volleyball teams came into their match with just 1 loss combined this season. The 8-1 Crimson visiting the 10-0 Orioles. First set, Megan Picara gets the ball to Jackie Jones for the kill. Give Osseo a 7-3 lead. Maple Grove rallies. Kelsey Botkin with an ace serve that ties it at 13. But the Orioles close out that first game strong. Shia Sanders hammers home the Crimson overpass. Osseo wins the first set 25-18. Megan Pekarik with a back set to Sanders for the kill as the Orioles jump out to another big lead in the second set. And Osseo is a pretty strong serving team this year. Kuria Tecum delivers the ace serve here. Osseo wins 25-11. They go up 2-0 in the match. Match point in the third set. It's Hannah Pekarik with the kill for the final point of the night. And the 7th-ranked Orioles win in 3 straight over Maple Grove. And that's a look at sports for tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, a young Maple Grove actress takes over the stage in Weekend Showcase.
Plus, we'll show you some impressive home designs as we preview a Twin Cities Architects tour. Stay with us. If you've ever wondered what an architect actually does, this weekend their work will be on display.
For one Plymouth couple, an architect helped design and build their dream home.
So we had asked Bruce to create a wow factor in every floor.
Cindy Phillips and her husband worked with Golden Valley architect Bruce Knutson to design this 3-story Plymouth home on East Medicine Lake. It's one of nearly 24 homes and remodels open for display this weekend as part of the Homes by Architects tour. Nearly every room in this home features a view of the lake because that's what was important to the homeowners in the design process. This weekend's tour gives an idea of what's possible on both a large and a small scale.
So They're not going to be all contemporary. They're not going to be traditional. It's not going to be a whole house. It might be a kitchen. So there's a wide variety of options that people can go take a look at.
This Golden Valley home is also on the Architects Tour, which runs Saturday and Sunday. For more information, you can visit homesbyarchitects.org. Finally, embracing the human spirit with a squeak.
That's right, mice take over the stage in Hopkins, and Weekend Showcase, Mike Johnson previews Lilly's Purple Plastic Purse, a play for kids starring a young Maple Grove actress.
I am Lily. I am the queen. I like everything.
Lily makes her entrance on a scooter. She's a mouse that kids will be able to relate to, right down to her red cowboy boots.
And when I look brave, I feel brave.
Her exuberance shows as she discovers the world around her in a childlike fashion. The part is played by 14-year-old actress Gabby Jones of Maple Grove.
Well, Lily is discovering her friends and what it's like to have a new baby brother.
That life lesson leads to lines like this one.
Are you sure that pump's gonna be a baby? You're not just getting fat like Aunt Mona?
The play Lily's Purple Plastic Purse is based on the children's book by Kevin Henkes. She loves school, especially her teacher, but Lily runs into trouble when she brings that plastic purse to school and can't wait to show her treasures inside.
Also, I really love the emotional roller coaster that Lily goes throughout the play.
Director Janine Coulombe says just try to forget that the characters are mice.
I know they're mice, but I think there's some really strong human emotions, just really genuine, remorse and feeling badly about something, or making friendships, or really feeling left out.
For Lily, it's a learning experience with a message.
I think that she learns throughout the show that change is a good thing, and that the people, if you surround yourself with people who you love, that you'll be very happy.
10 young actors between the ages of 10 and 14 have been in rehearsal for this show for a month. They hope they'll put you in the proper mood.
Hopefully everyone will be smiling and feel like dancing in their red cowboy boots.
Mike Johnson, 12 News.
Well, Lily's Purple Plastic Purse opens tonight at Stages Theater in downtown Hopkins. It runs through October 20th. For showtimes and prices, go to stagestheater.org. Looks like there's some good sets, beautiful costume designs.
Familiar themes, and bring the red cowboy boots, I guess, right?
I have my red cowboy boots. Do you?
Are you wearing them? No. Not yet. Not today.
That's all the news for now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Have a great weekend.